The journey of sensuality to ecstasy. Sexuality came into my life like a bird, sometimes impetuously and passionately, sometimes gently and quietly. It took up space, grew, changed, was sometimes secretive and hidden, sometimes loud and demanding. But what really is sexuality? Is it just a physical desire, a quick satisfaction, an act of lust? Or is there a deep secret hidden within it that reaches far beyond the mere moment? As a young man, I was repeatedly confronted with pornographic images. There, sexuality was reduced to a physical choreography, a sequence of movements without real soul, without depth. Is this really the highest form of love? Was that what my body longed for, really what my heart wanted? It felt incomplete, mechanical, and it left a void. But then came other experiences. Nights in which touch was as gentle as a breeze caressing the skin, in which time played no role and only the sensation counted. Gazing that went deeper than any touch. Hours of exploring the body, not to achieve a goal, but to lose oneself in the moment. These moments felt like a door opening, a hint that sexuality can be much more. And then I got to know Tantra. Tantra revealed a new world to me, in which sexuality was not only physical, but also energetic and spiritual. It was not about a quick discharge, but about consciously raising the energy. The body became a temple, touch became a prayer, union became a sacred ceremony. I learned that true sensuality is not in the doing, but in the being. That the greatest ecstasy does not happen at the climax, but in the surrender to the moment. Tantra taught me that the energy that flows through the body is a powerful, creative force, a bridge between heaven and earth. I began to breathe consciously, no longer losing myself in the excitement, but letting it rise within me like a wave that does not break but swells ever higher. I learned to touch my partner not only with my hands but with my whole presence. The eyes became the gateway to the soul, the breath the rhythm of our connection. Sacred sexuality means celebrating love, not just consuming it. It is a dance between yin and yang, between giving and receiving, between control and surrender. It is diving into a river that goes far beyond the body, that unites two souls and takes them on a journey into infinity. I began to see my partner not only as a woman, but as a goddess. Her skin became a universe, her touch a revelation. And she began to recognize in me not only a man, but a god. We became mirrors for each other, merging in a union that no longer sought an end, but remained in eternity. This new form of sexuality was no longer an act, it became a meditation, a gateway to deep wisdom. Tantra taught me that the greatest pleasure lies not in the climax, but in the journey to it. That there is no end point, only ever higher waves of ecstasy. And so a new journey began, a journey in which every kiss, every touch, every breath was an act of devotion. A journey that no longer touched only the body, but the soul. It no longer took a new partner to experience new adventures. They now took place within the established relationship, where we knew each other to the deepest fibers, a living cosmos that continued to unfold. Every touch revealed new dimensions, every caress allowed us to delve deeper into each other's universe. But the wonder went even further. This ecstatic journey was also possible without a partner. In the advanced schools of Tantra, which exist everywhere for those who are willing to take this path, doors open to a completely new experience. A friend told me about the moments of bliss she had experienced there, alone or with a partner. She spoke of waves of ecstasy that ran through her body, of an inner fire that ignited without external stimulation. It was like learning a great art, the art of sexual ecstasy. An art that went far beyond the physical, that opened consciousness, that channeled energy in ways that revealed new worlds. A dance with the divine, a journey into the heart of love. But wasn't that exactly the gift of this incarnation? To allow the emotions and to live them without being dominated by them. The world of the senses and feelings is an immense treasure. Should we really throw it away? Experiencing eroticism as a work of art, with all the senses, not just as a means to satisfaction, but as a form of expression, devotion, intimacy. Eroticism is a high art and a deeply rooted culture. Why should we only work towards the finale when the journey itself is full of wonder? It is refinement that makes the difference. Ecstasy happens when body, mind and soul merge. Then we are no longer just two bodies, but a symphony, a harmonious interplay that can be so powerful that it even brings forth new life. Because it is not technique that makes the music, but the relationship of the hearts to each other. Then even hugs can be ecstasy. But if we only strive for calm and pleasure out of fear, without surrendering to the flow of life, we create a world without seasons, a circumcised life that prevents us from realizing our full potential. Ecstatic love is possible and can be experienced, but not if sexuality is reduced to the level of a physical sport. True fulfillment arises when body, mind and soul come into harmony. The art of Tantra is about more than just touching, it is about a deeper communication that goes far beyond words. Every cell of the body longs for love. And when this love is embedded in a framework of mindfulness, with candlelight, music, time and devotion, sexuality can be a source of intense ecstasy even after many years. When we learn to pay attention to each other and to fully engage with the other, we reap what we give. Sexuality is not only a gift, but also a source of energy, a bridge to joy and peace that continues to refine itself. But this source is not only there when we live out sexuality, it permeates our entire lives. Because when we focus on what is good and beautiful for the other, we create resonance, and what we send out returns to us. Isn't that wonderful? And so sexuality became more than just lust or encounters, it became an inner awakening, a path to supreme bliss, a meditation in motion. And whether alone or in twos, the path was open to anyone who was ready to walk it. An invitation to a new world. Once you have experienced sacred sexuality, you will never go back to mere satisfaction of your urges. Once you have felt how body, mind and soul connect in perfect harmony, you can no longer be satisfied with less. This journey is an invitation to feel more deeply, to love more consciously, to discover sexuality for what it really is. A sacred power, a divine gift, a bridge to infinity. And so I ask you, are you ready to surrender to the flow of ecstasy? Are you ready not only to experience sexuality, but to celebrate it? Then open your heart, open your body, and dive into the infinite wave of sacred love.